Hello again and thanks for joining. So today I've got a Piko coach to have a look at. It's number 58662-2 and it represents a Polish PKP Intercity coach second class. This is another purchase that I got on holiday instead of a souvenir. I buy model railways, don't we all? And this one I got from Model Mania. You can see the sticker on the packaging here. So this one I actually got in their hobby shop in Gdansk. They have a range of various Piko stuff and I wanted to get this coach specifically because it just would remind me of travelling around on the Polish trains when we were there on holiday. But don't worry, I know this is another brand new model and this channel's normally got second-hand stuff. It's not going to be someone that's going to continue often because I just can't afford new stuff. But anyway, we're going to have a look at this coach today. So without further ado, I'll open it up. So the first thing to look at out the packaging is this piece of paper here, all in German, so I don't know what it means, but I think it's giving you the chance to purchase some catalogues for a certain amount of price here, and I would guess they would all be in German, so no use for me. Next is this little mini catalogue, and this opens up into lots of stuff which will give your bank balance a real dent if you're interested in buying these things. They all look really good, and on the back it's talking about digital control, and it also shows here Piko My Train starter sets for Kinder, so starter sets for children, which is really cool that Piko do that. We've also got another leaflet here which is talking about some starter sets and lots more stuff which will get you in loads of trouble with whoever controls the budget in your household. And we've also got this mystery package. So this has a set of 4 couplings for this coach. Don't know why it needs 4, but I guess it gives you 2 spare. Now we've got all that stuff out the way, let's have a look at the coach close up. So we'll start at this end of the coach. It has orange connecting doors there and an additional piece added on here for the connection to the gangway. It has lights there with little plastic inserts. This coach doesn't have any pickup though, so those aren't actually operating, but it does give you the option to add that in if you want to. You can see the buffer beam has got some detail there and the buffers are here on the chassis as well. As we start to look down the side of the coach, you can see the real distinctive colour of these Polish coaches. They're really quite an interesting colour combination. So the door is here with its little catch and handrail. There's no added parts there. This is just all a single moulding. It does have really clear windows though, and they are flush fit. And you can see inside, there's no real detail inside there to enjoy though. And as is typical, it has a little kick down plate here. It doesn't move, it's in the up position, but it has got that checkerboard on it, which is really nice. And then you can start to see the printing here, the white and the blue, and all the little warning flashes down here. Just tiny little graphics which are printed on. It's very clearly printed. You can see the 2 there and the non-smoking sign. This is obviously where the toilet is, and the green bar for the second class running across the top there. As we move further down, you can see printed the IC and the PKP Intercity for the Polish railways, and then there's some more details printed down here of the numbers of this car and various other bits of information all the way along here. There's a lot of detail to enjoy down the side of this coach. Inside you can see the seating there. It's all in grey and it's very typical of these open second class coaches. This window here has got an additional part moulded in to represent that it can be opened. And finally down here you've got a smaller window with another part moulded into it to indicate that this can be opened as well, and another toilet compartment. So these coaches don't have a lot of interesting parts on the roof. They just have these single, I think these are air intakes, and then just the ribs along the length of the coach. It's just a one-piece grey moulding. It has 2 air intakes on this end, 1 on the other, and crucially there's no moulding mark in the middle of this coach's roof, which is really good. And as we look down at the bogies, you can see that there's an awful lot of detail in them, and that detail has been picked out in really deep relief as well. It's a very nice looking bogie on these coaches, and you get these wheels metal and insulated for 2-rail operation, so that's great. And there's a lot of movement on this bogie to allow it to get around tight corners. You can see the NEM pocket here for the coupling is on a sprung-loaded cantilever arrangement here, which is underneath the bogie. It's not very intrusive at all. It looks really out of the way as well, which is great. And as we move further down, you can see all the panels on the side of this coach, and you can see things like this little lever here, a lot of detail of rivets and hatches, and even underneath you get a lot of detail as well that you wouldn't see from above or even from the side, like this indication of pipe work and all this bracing here and various electrical connectors and piping. Here you can see the Piko logo, and then there's more tanks molded onto the bottom here. So this is just a one-piece molding. It's very deep relief as well, like on these tanks. So this is really quite good underneath, I think. So let's see how much this weighs. So this coach with a set of couplings weighs 151 grams. So I'm really impressed with the quality of this coach from Piko. It really captures the essence of the real coach very well. It's got so much great detail on it. So some of the things I like on this model include the graphics that are printed on it, especially the lettering just above the grey area. There's so many little extra pieces and numbers and details put on there, and it really looks quite impressive. It also has really incredibly good bogies on this. They're so well detailed and there's so much deep relief on them that they really look the part. And also the glazing on this is really good. It's so clear and flush fit and it looks really cool. And it allows you to see inside this coach, no problem at all. The only downside I would say about this coach is that it doesn't have lighting, but I think it would be quite easy to set up some lighting into this coach. It has a light bar inside the main compartment and also at both ends. I think it would benefit from that. And also while you're doing that, you might as well put some passengers into this coach if you've got it apart. Nothing wrong with this coach. It could just have a few extra things added in, but it is in their hobby range. Maybe one of the expert range models of this would have lighting as well. But one of the real great appealing things about this is that it is in this Polish livery. It's quite an unusual colour scheme. A lot of people go for like German or Austrian, and not many people model the Polish railways. I think it offers a lot of opportunity to run some interesting colour combinations, and you could also have trains on your model railway layout legitimately in Deutsche Bahn logo, for example, because they do interchange between the two countries quite a lot. So if you're modelling Northern European railways, I think this is a great addition to your collection, both for your model railway layout and also maybe as a display model. And making a collection of model railway items as souvenirs when you go on holiday, I would totally recommend doing that. It's much better than getting the usual junk. Let me know in the comments below what you thought about my analysis, and if you're a collector of Polish railway models, then I'd love to know. I don't know there's that many of us around. Please give this video a thumbs up as well. It really helps this channel, and you can subscribe for more videos. Anyway, I'll put this on the turntable so you can see all the way around, but that's it for today. See ya!